I'm really over here thinking that the Spurs, Coach Popovich, and Kawhi Leonard might have just pulled one over on the entire NBA and the fan base because they're so pissed off and they want to make sure that the Golden State Warriors don't win another title. This is possible. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Hey, before the video we will continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Alright, so, yo, all I gotta say is I am happy that Kawhi Leonard seemed to have patched things up with the San Antonio Spurs. I was about to say Orlando Spurs. San Antonio Spurs. But with that being said, could this have all been some kind of elaborate hoax? I mean, think about it. The last time Kawhi Leonard played any real meaningful minutes where he was able to get on the court and do the thing that he needed to do was against the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs. And in that game, he actually got injured. It was the first game. They were up by like 25, 30 points, something like that. And freaking Jaja Pachulia stuck his foot under Kawhi Leonard when Kawhi Leonard was coming down from shooting the jump shot. And that's how Kawhi Leonard initially got injured. Okay? So, could it have been a situation where, Kawhi Leonard could have came back sooner? Maybe would have came back sooner? But the organization said, you know what? We want you to keep rehabbing somewhere over there where nobody can monitor you and nobody can see you and you can get back to 1,000%. With that being said, you got to play actual games in the NBA to really be ready. Let's just keep that. Let's just say that with understanding. You can't be ready for any professional league if you're not playing against other professionals at the top of their game. That's just facts. But we also know the Orlando. Why do I keep saying Orlando? We also know the San Antonio Spurs. They like to sit out players to make sure that they're rested for the playoffs. Was this a we're going to get even with these rat bastard situation? We're going to sit out our best player almost the entire season to make sure that when he gets to the plate, when we get to the playoffs, our best player, who is arguably the best player in the NBA, is going to be fresh and he's going to run through everybody in the playoffs. Because you got to understand, remember, for everybody that don't remember, the Spurs were absolutely eviscerating the Golden State Warriors. They were eviscerating the Golden State Warriors. They was killing them dudes. Now you add that to the fact that somehow Pau Gasol has some kind of resurrection as of lately. You still got Aldridge. He's playing really, really well, and he's a hard cover for anybody. Patty Mills, he's a very good player, and they have a ton of system players who have been using this season to grow. Now, you take all that into consideration. So, if the Spurs could get the 4th seed, that would just be a good look. First, Spurs get the 4th seed, that means they're going to play the 5th seed. They're going to beat the 5th seed. They are going to beat the 5th seed. It's not really of a question whether that's going to happen or not. Okay? And then they put themselves in great position to be able to go back to the finals. You got to think about it like that. So, Kawhi Leonard is back, thankfully, because I use those guys on quick matches in 2K. So, Kawhi Leonard's back. He's not playing yet, but he's back with the team. They've mended whatever issues they supposedly had. And this is a good look. Because the initial problem that they had was the doctors, this is what was being reported. The doctors said that he was fit to play. And he said, I'm not. I'm hurt. See, this is what I was trying to explain to somebody a little bit earlier that was in the comment section. There's a difference between being injured and hurt. If you're just hurt, the doctor's going to say you're fit to play. If you're injured, then they're going to report the injury. Now, if you go back through the history of just sports in general, not just the NBA, but sports in general, I mean, you can go to the NFL, the MLB, NBA, NHL, or any professional sport. You'll have situations where doctors have said that an individual was fit to play, and they really were still injured. And the player went out there and played and re-aggravated, not where they say it's re-aggravated, but basically made the injury worse. In the last video I put up about this, I used Grant Hill as an example. When Grant Hill was in the playoffs with the Detroit Pistons, and Grant Hill was arguably the second best player in the league at this time, he was absolutely unstoppable. He was my favorite player. That's why I'm saying arguably the second best player. But I mean, he wasn't the second best player. Let's just keep it a buck. He was really good, though. He wasn't better than Olajuwon. He obviously wasn't better than Michael Jordan. But, Grant Hill was a great player in his youth before he got the ankle injury. How did he get the ankle injury? His ankle got broken. And then because the Detroit Pistons kept egging him on to play, he felt obligated to play. And he played an entire series, an entire playoff series, basically on a broken ankle, and destroyed it to the point where he had to take off so many years because they had to keep rebuilding his ankle. This is not the situation that a lot of players will want to be in. So initially, when I heard what the argument was with Kawhi Leonard and the San Antonio Spurs, this is what could be believed. The Spurs are saying, you're not injured. Kawhi feels hurt, like he's hurt still, so he doesn't believe that he's not injured. But now that he's come back and everybody's happy and it's like, woo, we're friends again, there's a good chance that there was just a little bit of shenanigans being pulled there because, if your player could play, especially if they're a superstar. It's like if you have like remember a couple of years ago, I think that the NBA was trying to find teams because they'll have their superstar from the East or go play a game like in the West, or a superstar in the West to go play a game in the East, and people are buying these tickets. And if you're a Western Conference team, you only come to play in the East once for each team. Like the Lakers only go to the Garden in New York once. The Lakers only go to 76ers, whatever the arena in the 76ers is called, once. The Lakers only play in San Antonio once. So it's like if you got like the San Antonio Spurs and they went to go play against Miami. It was a couple of years ago when LeBron James was still there. And Greg Popovich sat all three of his big players. I believe he sat Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, and Tim Duncan, and there was a big fuss about that because these fans, they're buying tickets to see these big players play. And then when you sit them, you're creating a situation where, we might have just bought tickets only to see San Antonio Spurs because we wanted to see Tim Duncan play, Or if you're a team in Portland and you only bought tickets to see LeBron James play, then when LeBron James comes to Portland, he just doesn't play. He's not even hurt. He's not even injured. He just decides that he's going to take a night off. So the NBA doesn't allow that any further. But if you have a player that's recovering from an injury and you're saying that he's not fully recovered yet, I guess that's a way to get around it. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think about this. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Yo, look, I love y'all. Take care of each other. That's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, Positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.